Hello everyone, today I will be discussing about newborn jaundice, which is one of the most common problems for which newborn babies require rehospitalization, or it causes a lot of worry to the parents. Now firstly, jaundice is common in all babies. Little amount of yellowish discoloration of the eyes and skin will be there in all babies. It is of concern when it is above a certain threshold. So we have charts which will tell us that according to what age of the baby, what blood group of the mother, if any risk factors in the baby, what threshold of jaundice should we admit the baby and start phototherapy treatment. So if your baby has jaundice, you will see the value, it will be 10 and you will see oh normal is only 5 or 6, then you will unnecessarily panic. Please don't worry. Relatively mild jaundice will get better on its own. There is no need to make changes in the mother's diet. In many families, if you'll tell baby has mild jaundice, they will make the mother stop having so many things, which leads to decreased diet, decreased milk production and further problems in the babies. There are certain things which put the babies at a higher risk of jaundice. One is if the baby is premature, the baby is low birth weight, the mother and the baby blood group incompatibility is there, particularly if mother is Rh negative and the baby is Rh positive. Sometimes if the mother is O positive and the baby is A positive or B positive, then also we see this kind of incompatibility. In most of the cases, even if your child has jaundice above a certain threshold, as I mentioned, we go according to the charts, and as the days progress, the jaundice threshold increases. So sometimes I'll have parents who come to me at 48 hours of life and child's jaundice is say 10. Then they come to me at 5 days and the baby is still looking yellow. So I go ahead with the jaundice test. Now it is 13. So I will tell them it is still normal only. But they will start panicking. Oh, why did it increase by 3? So please remember, with every passing day, the jaundice threshold increases because little bit jaundice levels also increase. So don't worry about slightly increasing levels with passing days. This is common as long as they are not crossing the threshold or are not very close to the threshold. Usually we prefer to start treatment 1 to 2 level prior to the jaundice threshold. So supposing the threshold for starting treatment for that particular baby at that particular day is 18, then usually we would prefer to start the treatment at 16 or 17 level itself, because we never know how fast it may increase and then lead to complications. Why do doctors or pediatricians screen for jaundice or call the babies for follow-up to look for jaundice is untreated jaundice, if it goes beyond a certain level, then it can go into the brain and affect the brain of the child. It is something known as kernicterus, or we call it bilirubin encephalopathy. It can have long-term consequences, and jaundice is easily treatable. Even with very high levels where mother is Rh negative and baby is Rh positive, with just very good phototherapy lights, we can control the jaundice. Phototherapy lights are special blue colored lights which are put over the baby. The baby is kept under it with only an eye mask and a diaper or a small nappy, and we try to keep the baby under the light as far as possible. If jaundice levels are not very high, then we usually do it in the room itself. If jaundice levels are very high, then we prefer to keep the child in NICU so that we can keep the child under lights under strict supervision for maximum amount of time. Sometimes because the baby goes into dehydration because of poor feeding, that itself can cause jaundice or increase the existing jaundice. In that case, we may supplement some extra feeding, or rarely we may have to give some IV fluids also. But in 99% of the cases of newborn jaundice, they are easily treatable with just phototherapy treatment for 24 to 48 hours, and most of these babies do well after that. Very rarely, due to some conditions of some enzyme deficiencies or some metabolic or genetic conditions, the jaundice keeps coming back, but that is extremely rare. The jaundice may last up to 14 days to 21 days. If the jaundice is going on beyond 21 days, then in that case we do some tests to see why the child is having prolonged jaundice. Is there some underlying hypothyroidism? Is there some galactosemia, some other metabolic or endocrine problem? But that is again also very rare, and most of these cases we find the other parameters are normal. In that case there is nothing to worry, and we just observe the child's jaundice every week. Few myths related with jaundice are that it is related to the mother's diet. No, absolutely not. So don't put restrictions on the mother. You can also show babies with mild jaundice early morning sunlight. The efficacy of that is not very well proven, but yes, it does help a bit. But in case it is very cold, it is very rainy, and you are not able to get sun, please don't panic, because as I said, the effectiveness of putting your child in early morning sun is not very well explained. And never put the baby in direct sunlight, in harsh sunlight. It has to be in the early morning rays, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and you can take the baby next to a window and you can open the window where the sun rays are coming. Just keep the baby in a nappy and you can expose the baby to early morning sunlight for say around 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But if the baby is getting cold, it's a windy day, please don't take the baby outside and expose to sunlight. As I said, sunlight is not going to do any magic, and the treatments available for newborn jaundice are very easy and very safe.